Yo, we're not changing tires today. We're doing wood.
I don't know what we're doing it in.
Well, actually, the guys have to help me clean up because...
Yeah, why didn't you have all this stuff done before we got
Dude,
here?
I got stuff to do outside of work.
Whatever,
okay?
dude.
It is Monday morning, and I'm here at my house at the workshop behind me here. And there's a big truck here, a Mack truck to be specific. And it is coming from Reliance Timber, and they are providing for us this awesome Douglas fir material that we're going to be using on all the overhangs and soffits and on the timber framing for the front porch and the back porch. So I'm really excited about this. The reason we're here is that we're going to do pre-finishing on all this material before it goes to the job site because we have a lot more space and flat ground to work right here. We've got all of our timbers unloaded. Jono and I are breaking the edges on these big ones before we put finish on them. That's gonna take a while, but it's really important because otherwise you're gonna get splintered, and if you're carrying them, they might even cut you. We're kind of testing which direction to come from. If you go one way, the grain is maybe wanting to check a little or chip out like that. That's what we're trying to avoid. So he's gonna come back from this direction. And then the other guys are in here putting finish. This is gonna be the underside of our overhang, what you're gonna see. So we're gonna pre-finish it so it's not like upside down when we're having to finish it. That's the worst. Look at this finish.
It's supposed to be clear.
What? Yep. It's clear when it goes on. So this is a deck stain, like an exterior clear Cabot deck stain, but it looks like, I don't know what it looks like.
What's that drink at Christmas time with milk?
Eggnog. It looks like eggnog, yeah.
Yeah, don't drink this eggnog. What are you, like Edward Planer hands or something?
This is the ticket.
Wow.
I've never done this before.
I have never seen that.
No, I've
Never.
never done it. Jamie's like, oh my gosh,
Wow.
what have I slipped in his mind?
Little sawhorse failure.
Sawhorses here. But yeah, that's...
Wow, what a move.
You could probably make a contraption by welding some of these together to where you could run like 4 passes at once.
I mean, I love making pointless stuff. Trust me, I spent a lot of time doing that.
Yeah,
but I
wasn't gonna
think
say it.
2 is probably max. I think you got it already. All right, you know they can genetically modify and farm grow lumber.
Yep, they
timber.
do that.
Yeah, that's very
They grow
common.
faster.
Yes, they genetically select the kind of genes, I guess, that make the tree grow faster. It's a thing, yes.
Seriously?
You think
Yeah.
GMO is just for your food? No.
No.
No, it's for everything.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
how they can get trees they can harvest in like 5 years and turn into boards.
Good trees, too. Cause
Yeah, they're all straight, yeah.
So
it's actually a renewable resource, even though people think
Cutting trees is
Yeah.
like the worst. Most of
No,
the trees are
it's
grown
just like-
just to be cut.
these miles by miles farms of trees.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I love it. Now, I don't think that these are
Those are
grown
not
that
those,
way. I don't
no.
think so. I actually don't know. But it is interesting to see also that there are no center cut points on these. Even look at this 6x6
Yeah.
right here.
Wow.
That would be called rift sawn, where the grain is running at a 45 there. So that's a good indicator of quality too. That the timbers are not cut out of the center of a tree like a standard 6x6, like pressure treated you would see.
They are.
They are almost exclusively cut from center of the tree. And what'll happen is it'll crack in the center of all 4 faces of the wood.
Yep,
Okay?
check.
Yeah, it'll crack looking. So these are like a better cut of, it's a better cut of meat is what it is. And I wish I could tell you more about it. I don't know more about it, but I do
We
know
do
that
have a
little.
video on our channel somewhere where we talk about this more in depth. I'll see if I can find a link to that and put
Okay.
it up here.
There's so much
somewhere.
to it. I'm sure the really smart forestry people could just go nuts talking about this for hours.
Look how my rings, how old I am.
no! Yikes!
We're using our sticker stacker system here, but this is full 1.5" material, and these were really made for like 3/4 or 1 inch. So Arlo is spacing each sticker stacker with a 3/4 block to make it even more tippy. So we're not gonna go tall with this. We'd usually go like full height. You guys are getting pretty tall here. You feeling good about this? Arlo.
Yeah, I'm feeling good about it.
All right. Every time I come in here, they're like, one more row, you can do it.
Arlo. If it falls, it is completely 100%.
This is like Kramer. How far left of the slash can you go?
Oh my gosh, look at it from this way.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Is it solid? No.
I'm not going to shake it. So. No, I don't think so. We're finally finishing the timbers that are going to make the roof structure and the overhangs. And we're doing 4 sides here. Those guys are. Jono has got my little mouse sander. Looks like a computer mouse. You see that thing? Just like working a computer. We got some 80 grit on that. Legit grit. We sell that on our Perkins Deals website. Really good sandpaper for less than some of the other premium brands. Check that out. We just had lunch. We're gonna head back and do coat number 2 on the beams, but they wanted to do a vote. How many of you guys want to do just one coat?
Are we talking today or?
Yeah.
You can't double vote on the coat.
Arlo, raise
Looks like
your
it's
hand.
6 against 1.
Or it's gonna be in a sling if you don't put that thing up in the air.
We're gonna see what's in this thing. It feels like it's solid concrete. Wow, this is like Christmas for carpenters right here. Look at this. Everybody tear it down.
What in the world are you doing? Get out of here.
Wow, look at this thing.
It's super nice.
That is cool
That
looking.
would look nice in my master bath. Look here.
They put your handles on backwards, Ramel.
Smarty pants.
We have partnered with Geology, a 26-time award-winning men's skincare company, to bring you this video. And that's good news for you if you're a guy, which is most of you that watch our show. No shocker there. And men are weird. We will literally spend hours on other things besides our own physical selves, like waxing our car meticulously with a toothbrush between the spokes of the rims, like making everything perfection. Meanwhile, spending 0 time on our own self. Probably hadn't had a haircut in 3 months. Face is dry, dirty, not showered, clothes in tatters, and that's just who we are. I don't know why. And Geology has really helped me out because that was me until I started using Geology skincare products, and they've really helped me. So I'm just gonna show you what I use every day is the Vital Morning Face Cream. I put that on my face, especially here and here. I get really dry skin. Otherwise, this has really helped. Also use the body wash every day. And actually sometimes I use it for shampoo, probably not recommended, but I do. Smells great, works great, just the right amount of lather. And lately I've been using the morning tone cream as well to tighten up my skin. Feels great. So all of those things Geology figured out for me. I took a simple quiz online, told them about what I was having problem-wise and goals I had for my skin, and they figured it out. So you don't have to sift through like aisles and aisles of things at the pharmacy and try to figure out what it is that you should be using on your skin, which is great. And right now, Geology is giving you guys a really awesome offer to help take care of yourselves. If you click the QR code up on the screen up here, or click the link in our video description, or just head to geology.com/Perkins70, and that's spelled GEOLOGIE.com, and use code Perkins70. They're gonna give you 70% off their award-winning trial set, which is a really great deal, and they'll also give you 30% off any of the add-ons you wanna add to that. So again, this is stuff I use personally. I've used it for a really long time. I would highly recommend it, so check it out in our video description. Thank you, Geology, for sponsoring our video. Let's get back to work. Think it's good? I'll drive behind him. What about the tailgate? You just gonna drag that thing?
I hope we can get it off.
I have no idea. I have no clue in the world.
This guy plays a single note on a strap and calls it an A minor. Yeah, you can't have a minor without multiple notes.
Oh, that one's...
Jono did that one, that's why.
We've got our Douglas fir, 2-coated and loaded on the trailer.
2-coated?
Doug fir if you're Arlo. He knows Douglas personally. He calls it Doug.
Here we go.
Jamie made these. They're like what you see on a boat trailer, where you can see your trailer.
This is a boat trailer.
When you're backing it up.
You not see my boat right there?
We're back on site this morning. It's super foggy, and we have no coffee because I guess we've done too good of a job letting people know about Cardinal Coffee. There was like a 30-minute line of people, and I gave up. So, no caffeine. I gave up. I couldn't wait long enough. No coffee.
What?
Too long of a line.
Too long of a line?
Yes.
How many people is too long?
It was like 15 people deep.
What?
Yeah, it was out the door. So big picture today, we're gonna try and frame these post and beam porch roofs out of the timbers that we've been finishing. So we're gonna start by getting ready for these overhangs and the outriggers that need to attach to the trusses. We're gonna block out 1.5 inches each side and then lap those fir 2x6s back in, and they're gonna stick out like about 2 feet this way with 4.5 inches between them. To do that, we had to do a bunch of figuring about the spacing so that they look equally spaced about 4 feet apart. I think we've got that done.
Yeah.
It's not perfect, but it would cost a ton more money to make it exactly 4 feet, because that's not how the rafters land.
Yeah.
So we'd have to block in between them and do a bunch of craziness. So we're gonna go ahead and notch out for our 2x6s and our sheathing so that they can run out, and then our tongue and groove decking will go out over that. It's gonna look fantastic. Let's get to it. Jason's got our marks here, there and there, so I'm gonna cut them a little over width so we don't have to beat the pieces in with a hammer. Got my turkey saw, AKA just a smaller circular saw. So this is gonna be a ton of work to have these like custom overhangs like this with the double fir outriggers, but it's gonna look way cooler, I think. And there was no way we could get the truss company to give us this type of end or overhang on the trusses. They would have just gave us the middle finger, probably. How you like that blade?
Oh, it's nice. It's like a beaver chewing that thing, dude.
It's terrible. This blade is so dull, and I'm trying to think why, but I just remembered that I used it to cut some fiber cement siding at my house when I was redoing my roof. Arlo's gonna chop up some of this leftover 2x12 for our blocking that's gonna go either side of the truss.
I can just rip this down the middle and go 5 3/4 because it doesn't matter if it hangs
Doesn't matter
down.
if it hangs down, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So.
We can just flush her on the top. Wow, how did you know?
Because a little birdie told me.
Double stack,
Well,
and you didn't even drop it? Oh my gosh.
former waitress. What do you know?
Now that we have our notches done, our furring out blocks done, and our scaffolding set up in the correct place still, we're gonna go ahead and install these rafter tail extensions out of this Douglas fir. They're gonna stick out about 2 feet, and I don't think we're gonna have a fascia board at all. It's gonna be exposed rafter tails. And I think that's gonna look really cool, as long as the gutter guy can figure out a way to attach the gutter good enough to where it doesn't come off.
I got such a good gutter guy, I'm not worried about it. Although I gotta say, we will have 1.5 inches of decking on top.
Yep.
5/8 of zip system.
Yep.
And then another 3/4 of furring strips.
For the metal roof.
So whatever that adds up to be, that should be one continuous solid edge of blocking.
Yeah.
That I think he can get into.
Yeah.
This is how this house was drawn by the architect. The rafter tail is dropped by 1.5 inches so that when we add our 1.5 inch thick decking to the surface of the tails, we can still put our zip system sheathing on top, and you can see that it would run flush from the overhang onto the truss and cover the rest of the roof.
So why aren't we doing that?
Well, there were other complications with having to get special trusses made that were called drop trusses. And, you know, we've got these porches on both ends of the house that would have to also come in at a lower level. I didn't like the idea of it given the other complications. What we're gonna do instead is this. We have installed our overhangs on the same flush surface as the top of the truss. We'll add decking to the overhangs that is decorative only to where it comes inside the wall plate, so you'll see it from the bottom. It'll be beautiful. And then you can see, our sheathing is gonna be a problem. All we're gonna do is add another layer of 1.5 inch material to the top of all the trusses, and it'll bring it up and basically fur it up to the level that's out here on the overhangs. I think it'll be good.
And if we run those opposite directions like purlins, 90 degrees to the trusses, it'll also give us a thermal break.
Oh yeah, it will. It'll
The
reduce,
insulation will go up and over the top of the trusses.
that's right. It'll reduce the amount of framing that is in contact with the bottom of the roof, basically the sheathing that could get cold air transferred coldness down into the house. Very good.
So I think it'll work
Now we may have to put our sheathing vertically oriented
if we do that.
to keep the strength axis of this material running in the perpendicular orientation to the framing.
Wow, that was a lot. It works.
You know what I'm
Good
talking
job.
about. Yeah, I think I even said it right
Yeah.
too. I can't believe it.
Now, it's really important that we get these in a straight line. So what they did is snapped a chalk line across the top of all the trusses. And I'm gonna make a mark on each one of these that indicates the exact location that they should align this with their mark. 2'4". Now, if they put all of my marks on their chalk line,
That's
these
a big if.
tails should be exactly in a laser line straight overhang.
I think so. Hey, whoa.
Oh, we gotta,
Dippy.
oh yeah.
Just get a little dippy.
There's many steps to this. Do you want me to just dip it in there?
I think just dip it.
I don't think it'll go in there. Will it?
Oh, if not, I'll put it in something that'll.
Nope.
Nope.
Oh, it's so close. Just give me a little chippy brush or something.
I don't know if I have one. I'll get
Yeah, we're trying to put a coat of finish on the end grain as well. So we installed one of these Outriggers and looked at it, and we just thought it looked a little stubby or too short, even though that's what's spec'd on the plan is 2 foot from framing. So we're gonna add 3 inches, I think. I think it'll just look way better. That means they gotta sawzall this one loose.
I mean, I think, yeah, if we got the material longer, the better, I believe.
Yeah.
So you want me to mark 3 on this
That's what
mark?
my wife says.
3
Yeah.
more on this mark, and then just use this board?
Yep, exactly. Should be 2'7" from the shortcut of the heel there. Okay, they got this cut loose, and now we're reattaching it, sticking out more.
All right, you want to know the actual?
Does it look better?
Yeah.
Okay.
Got dirt.
He's got dirt in there?
Got dirt. Yes,
I didn't know you delivered dirt.
he does today.
So you just load up the trash container of dirt and dump it.
I felt silly to get a whole giant dump truck out here
Yeah.
and just have him put like this much in the truck.
Gotcha.
So he's gonna dump it. He's gonna drop that container. Then he's gonna take that container. How's he gonna do this? He's gonna take the trash the one full of trash, and he's gonna leave us the empty one.
Okay.
That's what he's doing.
Jamie just said that he only called this guy 30 minutes ago and he's already here with dirt. So that's pretty sweet.
It doesn't sound like he's got low gear.
Oh.
Or if he does, he's not using it.
No. That's some really nice clean dirt. That'll be
Clean
good.
dirt. You say clean dirt?
Yeah. It's not got a bunch of
It's
like,
not dirty
fruity
dirt.
That's
and
an
rocky.
oxymoron.
Clean dirt.
Yep.
That's like jumbo shrimp.
Yeah.
Dude, there are 2 things in this world that Jamie Perkins loves. One's wood, which we all know. The other one's dirt. Dude, he's got like this crazy thing with dirt. He loves digging. He loves playing in it. I don't know what it is. It's not a bad thing. Don't get me
Especially
wrong.
clean dirt.
Oh man, I'm waiting for him to do a butterfly or what's that thing called? Snow angel or something in it?
Dirt angel.
Yeah, dirt angel.
$5 if you do one, bro. No!
He almost-
Dude, he would do it.
So you can see their chalk line that was end to end. We're lining the mark on each of these boards with that line and also FOT, flush on. Otherwise, we could have just done the end overhang and the end down here and then done a string line between them and then run each of these down to that string line. But that can be a pain to do because the string line's in the way for him. And then also that's something that can move. Like if you pushed it a little bit each time, cumulative error could be a problem. There you go, one side done, looks awesome. We're gonna jump on this high side, run that whole length, and by that time, Jamie will have the front porch heights figured out, hopefully, so we can start setting posts. I'm glad to finally be doing this. We've had several neighbors come by and stop in the road here and ask us why the house doesn't have overhangs, and we're like, well, it's gonna get them, and blah, 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 and they're like, oh, thank goodness, because it looks pretty weird right now with no overhangs.
Okay, I got it now. Yep.
I'm holding something, see? And you're holding a bagel.
I think I got an exceptionally heavy one here. I was just thinking, it reminds me of those things where they stick a grease pole out over a lake with a little flag at the end. Have you seen that?
I don't know what
videos.
No.
Where people, guys,
And then
it
they try to
seems
go
to
out there
be
and get it.
mostly guys in Speedos running as fast as they can, and they try to run out the end of this pole that's like 20 feet long and grab a flag. You haven't seen that?
No.
And most of them like do a split and bust their nuts on that pole. It's terrible. And then they're and then they
What does
flip
that have
over.
to do with this?
These are slippery.
Oh.
They're so slick. It's like so hard to hold on to.
The finish.
Yeah.
They are slick.
It is. It's like greased up. I mean, great for weather protection, but terrible for handling. So. I want Ramel to try the hand planing.
Okay.
To see if her satisfaction levels rise.
All right.
You know, I think it's probably going to happen. So we're going to find a good one she can do here. Oh yeah, it's pretty deep.
Sounded good.
Yep. Now you can go back the other way. Were you doing 2 passes?
I think she looks more stressed out than satisfied.
Well,
that is it for our video today. And hey, if you're a veteran or active military duty and you want a Perkins builder belt, we're going to have a $30 off opportunity for you guys, 11/10 through 11/12. Thank you for your service, and thanks for building with us. We'll see you on the next one. There's a link in our video description.